everyone, and welcome back to Clara's Creation. Myself, Clara Rodriguez, the creator of Clara's Creation. Lead kind of light is a motto, star is a symbol. And now you've understood, students, what lead kind of light stands for and what star stands for, and the color that I use in this slide. Also, I have given in my brief introduction of that in my previous slide what Clara's Creation stands for. Always bright colors help us to learn and focus better. Bright colors always brings in positivity and soothing to our mind, also soothing and pleasing for the eyes, and easily we can learn better, faster, and grasp things for a longer period of time. Senses alert, fifth English. Clara's creation symbol is a star, and today with the short acrostic poem on the color red. R-E-D, red, color red. Short acrostic poem on this color I am presenting. R stands for read, E stands for every minute. It's not minute, but it is minute, every minute. D stands for details. Now, when you are studying, students always read every minute detail, and then you love reading. Now, I have mentioned your love and danger. So red stands for RED, red stands for read every minute detail. When you read every minute detail that is provided to you in your text, and you won't miss out a single detail that is provided to you in your lesson, you will start loving that chapter. You'll start falling in love with your studies and your study pattern. But when you don't do it, then that same red color will be a danger for you. That means you're in a danger zone, you're unsafe. And when you love, you feel secured. And when you're not in love, you are insecure. So, let's be secured in terms of education. Here is an image from your textbook, my dear children, of Senses Allowed chapter. I've taken from Unit 3. And now, let's have a look at it. The first image shown over here from your textbook was of a rose. So I took a bigger image of a rose. And now, senses alert means you're supposed to use your sensory organs. Under your sensory organ, your first organ are your eyes. You can see right in front of you a rose that is in pink color. Your textbook provided you a red color rose. And in Clara's Creation, you check the playlist of pretty flowers, you'll find plenty of flowers. And you'll see different flowers in different color. And here I have brought one image of a flower, that is a rose flower, pink in color. So you're using your sensory organ eyes to percept, to build on your perception how a rose looks like, the petal of the rose, the color of the rose, the shape of the rose, the size of the rose. Is it a bud or a fully bloomed rose, one rose or many roses? You're using a next sensory organ, nose, to smell the fragrance of the nose. On every pretty flower that are mentioned in the playlist of Clara's Creation, or the video on gardens that are available in Clara's Creation, or nature videos in Clara's Creation, you are using your sensory organ, eyes and nose, to build up on the perception. Next, here you are using the taste, that's your next sensory organ, tongue. Check the playlist in Clara's Creation of cooking and snacks. Describe the taste of a tea, and say, for example, if you are drinking a mint tea and a simple tea, just it milk tea and mint tea. In tea also we have various flavor, mint tea, ginger tea, lemon tea. So describe the taste of the tea. And glucose biscuit Parle-G, loved by all of us. At least I love it. Okay? So now here you are using your sensory organ to describe the taste. And to describe the taste, your sensory organ which you are using, tongue. You can see right at the top in the arrow mark, I have shown you the tongue. And now what are we going to do after that, teacher? So you have to speak something about on a rose. With the help of your sensory organ, eyes and nose, you can describe the picture of a rose. With the help of your sensory organ, tongue, you can describe the taste of a tea, biscuit, and a mint leaf. And the various other snacks that I have provided you in Clara's creation. Here, according to your textbook, my dear children, they have provided you a picture of a lemon or a sweet lime. So describe the taste of a lemon or a sweet lime. You could describe the taste of the pastries. You love pastries. Or any other junk food, pizza, vada pav. Yeah, they have shown you ice cream, burger. So you can describe the taste. Now look at this again. Here I provided a picture of a bird. Look out of the window. Now here I want you to look out of the window. See the traffic. Hear the honking of the horns. Car, scooter, bus, lorry, etc. While you're traveling in the train. Hear the sound while you travel in the train. Sound made by the train. Then you can see the trees. On the trees again you see a flower. And chirping of the birds early in the morning. So I provide you the sensory organ that you are using here is your ears, your listening skill. We have already learned in Clara's creation. Be a good listener too. So the sensory organ used by you is ears over here. So are we aware of this? And what all things can you see where while you're looking at the bird, you're again seeing the bird with the help of your eyes. Local train, outstation, plateau, river, beach, park, hill station, scenery, hills, garden, sound of an aeroplane, flying of a plane. All these things we are using our sensory organ, ears and eyes. I've taught you meditation in garden. I've taught how about studying noun number in a field. You recognize the noun number by going in the field and count the birds in the field if you can see all the trees or the plant. So all these things, my dear children, we are using our sensory organ, our eyes, our ears, and our nose. Smell of the breeze, in the monsoon season, the smell of the mud and the breeze blowing, you can feel the breeze. You can feel that cold breeze, the ripple of the water at the beach, river. You are using your eyes and your ears over there. The smell of a sand or the tree or the flowers, fruits, you are using your nose over there. Touch, for the touch, to touch a particular object, you require your hand. Touch and feel. You also use your other sensory organs other than your eyes and your ears, that's your hand. Touch the blackboard, feel the blackboard. Smartboard, teacher's table. When you touch the blackboard, I do not expect you to damage the blackboard or smartboard. I'm very clear about it. You cannot damage the board. Touch and feel the smartboard or the blackboard. The teacher's table, chair, benches. For touch, here we are learning next organ, use of next sensory organ to make our perception more better. Feel the edges, sharp point, and the sensory organs are used. So, which are five sensory organs? Ears, eyes, nose, hand, and tongue. These are our five sensory organs that we are using it to make our senses alert. And what happens with all these sensory organs? Teacher, sounds like you're teaching KG class. You're trying to identify, you're trying to teach us to identify the parts of bodies. Yes, we learned in KG how to identify the parts of bodies, but we have still not understood how this can help us to build up our language skills, our linguistic skills. Now that you've understood what role each of your sensory organ is playing, let's learn paragraph writing. What is a descriptive paragraph? Write a paragraph that describes you and gives you a clear picture of a place, event, object, person, or incident. Now, if I ask you to write a paragraph on your class board or an outstation, visit to a hill station, describe a scenery, visit to a children's park, a journey by local train, write a paragraph on river Ganges, write a paragraph on bird, any bird, write a paragraph about journey by car or journey by roadway, write a paragraph on my favorite ice cream, write a paragraph on my favorite flower. What are we learning? We are learning how to write descriptive essay by using our sensory organs. So I repeat, paragraph writing. What is a descriptive paragraph? A paragraph that describes and gives a clear picture of a place, event, thing, object, person, or incident, etc. etc. Convey all your senses. Now, your sensory organs. In descriptive paragraph, you require all your senses organ. It conveys all the senses to the reader, like sight, that is your eyes, ear, touch, feel, hands, smell, nose, taste, tongue. So all your senses are alert while you're writing a paragraph and describing a paragraph. Then you learn to compare what you saw with your eyes, what you heard with your ears, what you smelled with your nose, what you tasted with your tongue, and what you felt by your hand. When you compare all your sensory organs, and then when you start writing or start picking, your descriptive paragraph is ready on the given topic. And then you learn the comparison between a descriptive paragraph and comparison between a descriptive essay, and you get a perfect mental image. A proper cognitive domain is developed. Write a paragraph on dog, describe the dog, how the dog looks like. Write a descriptive essay on my pet. When you learn to write your first paragraph, accordingly in your essay you require 3 paragraphs, and a descriptive paragraph will only consist of 5 or 10 lines, but a descriptive essay may require 1 page and 3 paragraphs. But the thing that you are mentioning is the same. First, you learn to describe with simple short sentences, and then you write it at a length in a form of an essay. And once you learn to compare the difference between the both, your perfect mental age growth is shown. Did you find it useful? Did you find this video useful? Then please do like, do comment, do share, and subscribe. And stay connected with Clara's Creation for more such informative videos. So, how your senses alert lesson can help you to improve your writing skills. Here, you may not have to deal with question answers, but it can help you to build up on your writing skills, paragraph writing, letter writing, essay writing, story writing. You could write a descriptive story describing incident after incident, what took place in the story. So, your senses alert helps you to describe and be descriptive about object, event, and incidents and people. Thank you. Stay connected.